the gender reveal now for Linea nigra.
Oh, I'm correct.
So that means that it is one hair, skin and nails.
One of the popular myths is that the baby's heart rate will either be higher or lower than 140 BPM. So if it is higher than 140 BPM, it means that you are expecting a girl. And if it is lower than 140 BPM, it means that you are expecting a boy. A 2006 study showed that there is actually no difference between the heart rate of a baby boy or a baby girl. So they measured baby boys and baby girls at 9 weeks of gestational period, and for the baby boys, their heart rate are about 154 BPM, whereas the girls are around 151 BPM. So there's definitely going to be a plus minus 23 BPM as well. Our baby, we are expecting a baby that has a heart rate of below 140 BPM. So that means that it is 1.4 boys. The next myth is the shape of your bump or the shape of your belly. So if your bump is a bit sharp and it just goes this way, then it means that you are expecting a boy. But if your bump is very round and it's very wide and round, that means that you are expecting a baby girl. However, it is generally stated that if your body type and the way your body is pre-pregnancy, it does affect how the shape of your bump is going to be like. Also, if your baby is lying and sleeping to the side, that means that he or she could make your belly become a little bit wider and a bit rounder. In general, it looks a little bit sharper, so it kind of goes in here, really high, this way, and sharp, like a torpedo. Okay, so since my belly is on the sharper side, it means that it is 1 more point for baby boy. Another pregnancy or wives' tale is if you have any morning sickness. So if you are having morning sickness or severe morning sickness, that means that it indicates that you are expecting a baby girl. However, if you do not have any morning sickness, that means that you are expecting a baby boy. What was interesting is that between 1987 to 1995, a study was done on more than 1 million pregnant ladies to see if there is any link or any fact to this myth. So, the ladies who had severe morning sickness were indeed expecting a baby girl. So Dr. Michael Swipe from London believes that this could hold true because baby girls do produce different hormones that could affect the pregnancy and therefore lead to morning sickness. There was also another international web-based survey being done that was self-reported by individuals on their pregnancy symptoms as well as the gender of the baby. So these studies were being collated, and it was found that ladies who had severe morning sickness would typically tend to be carrying baby girls. However, more research still has to be done whether there is a direct link between morning sickness and the gender of your baby. It could also mean that you are carrying twins or triplets or more, or also because of the pregnancy hormones that you are experiencing as a new mom in your first trimester. That's something. So we spelled morning sickness wrong. So for myself, I didn't experience any morning sickness. I did have nausea and bloating. However, that does not equate to morning sickness. So that means that it is 1 more point for baby boy. Another popular myth is your complexion. So if you are expecting a baby girl, it is said that she will steal your beauty from you and it will cause you to have breakouts. However, if you are expecting a baby boy, it means that you will have the best looking skin that you ever had, and it will give you that pregnancy glow. Also, another myth that states that if you have a rounder and fuller face and also rosy cheeks, it means that you are expecting a baby girl. However, there are no studies behind that, and that it actually is pretty common for pregnant ladies to have rounder faces throughout their pregnancy as they gain weight. And it has been reported that ladies who are expecting girls to have breakouts and people who are expecting boys to also experience breakouts and vice versa. So for myself, throughout the entire pregnancy, I have been having lots and lots of breakouts. So I would have pimples and acne all over my face, and it would happen on a weekly basis. So that would mean that I'm expecting a baby girl. So that is 1 point for baby girl. Next myth is about your hair and nails. So it is believed that if you are carrying a baby girl, your nails and your hair will tend to be more brittle and they will break more often. Whereas if you are carrying a baby boy, your nails and hair will tend to become more luscious and they don't break that easily. However, the hormones that are affecting your hair, skin and nails that are circulating based on the hormones in your body are not able to determine the gender of your baby, as well as to affect the appearance of the mom. So for this pregnancy, my hair has been dropping a bit and it has been on the oilier side. So I don't think that will deem as luscious. As for my nails, they have not been brittle, they have actually been stronger than before. So I don't know. Does that mean it's a boy or a girl? If we just go with my nails, it has been stronger than before my pregnancy, so it would mean that I'm expecting a baby boy. So that is 1 point for baby boy. Another myth that we have is your partner's weight. So if your partner is packing on the pounds, if your partner is gaining lots and lots of weight during your pregnancy, it means that you are expecting a baby girl. Whereas if your partner has not have any weight gain at all during your pregnancy, it could mean that you are expecting a baby boy. Experts have uncovered that your partner could go through a sympathetic pregnancy, or also known as the Covade syndrome. So even though the Covade syndrome has nothing to do with the baby's gender, it would have your partner going through symptoms like gaining weight, feeling morning sickness, having backaches, and as well as mood swings. So basically your partner is going through pregnancy symptoms with you. So the cause of this is unclear and more needs to be studied on. However, in Denmark, it is believed that this myth is entirely true because a study was done on 100 dads, and all dads who were expecting a baby girl actually gained weight during their partner's pregnancy. However, only 5 dads who were expecting a boy did gain weight during their partner's pregnancy. So for this myth, my partner did not gain any weight, so I guess we are expecting a baby boy. That will mean another point for baby boy. The next myth is your pregnancy cravings. So if you are craving for sweet stuff, that means that you are expecting a baby girl. And if you are craving for salty foods, that means that you are expecting a baby boy. Research, however, has not been able to determine whether a pregnant woman's craving is any link to the sex of the child. It is, however, believed that pregnancy cravings are related to the hormonal changes that women go through during their pregnancy. It could also be an indication of certain nutritional deficiencies that the pregnant lady is not getting. It could also be due to the certain compounds in food. Scientists believe that these cravings is also highly dependent on where you live and which country you are from. So these are the cultural factors that could affect why you are craving certain foods. Scientists believe that pregnancy craving could be just a psychological phenomenon. So a professor from the University of California, Roy Pitkins, he mentioned that if a woman is being told growing up to crave for pickles when she's pregnant, she will crave for pickles when she is pregnant. What am I supposed to do? Oh. So, back to the question. Am I craving for sweet or salty foods? If I had to pick one, it would be sweet. So I have been having more cravings towards the sweet side, so that includes like bubble tea, cakes. So that means that we are expecting a baby girl. It's 1 point for baby girl. So the next myth is the Linea nigra. So what is the Linea nigra? It is this line that appears during a woman's pregnancy, and it is usually caused by melatonin as well as the hormonal changes that's happening in your body. So this line usually fades after your delivery and after the pregnancy. So the myth is, if your Linea nigra, if you have one, extends below your belly button, it means that you are expecting a baby girl. However, if your Linea nigra is extended below your ribcage towards your belly button, that means that you are expecting a baby boy. However, the line of our Linea nigra does not correlate to the gender of our baby. It is highly dependent on the extra pigment that is caused by our hormones during our pregnancy. And some babies do not have a dark Linea nigra, some have lighter ones, and some do not even have a Linea nigra. So I think that this myth might be inconclusive for me because my Linea nigra actually extends from the ribcage down to the belly button, as well as from the belly button and downwards. So 0 points. However, if we have to give a point, since it does extend from the ribcage to the belly button and it does not happen for baby girls, according to this myth, then I guess the point will go to baby boy. So that's 1 point for baby boy. So that is all the myths that we will be testing out. However, there are more myths out there that you can try on yourself when you are pregnant. So one of the other myths is the boob size of the pregnant mummy. So if the pregnant mummy's boobs are expanding and becoming bigger, that means that she is expecting a baby boy. It was also said that if the left boob is swelling more than the right boob, you are expecting a baby girl. Or if your right boob is swelling more than your left boob, that means that you are expecting a baby boy. It's interesting, however, that in a 2011 study, it was shown that those who had a larger circumference increase in their breast size were actually going to deliver male babies. So I'll link the 2011 study as well so you can go check it out. The myth is if your nipples or the skin around your areola is getting darker. If the area around your nipples are getting darker, it would mean that you are expecting a baby boy. However, this is entirely false. During your pregnancy, your placenta actually excretes a hormone that regulates skin pigmentation. You may notice not just your nipples but other areas of your body like underneath your armpits and even on your legs or other areas that tend to become darker due to the extra melatonin that is being produced by your body. Okay, so results time, whether or not we are expecting a boy or a girl based on the myths that we have done and tested. So we have 6 points for baby boy and 2 points for baby girl. So it clearly shows that baby boy has won and that we are expecting a baby boy. Okay, so these are just myths. We will be doing the actual review of the baby's gender using this popper. So this popper has the baby's gender in the shade of the color. So if it's a boy, it will be blue, and if it's a girl, it will be pink. Okay, so we're gonna do the gender review now. So the color will determine the gender of the baby. very scared, yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's over.